All right, everybody. First of all, this is the loudest it's going to be, but I started where they're building a house next door, so it's going to be a loud video. It's going to fluctuate here and there. So I just warn you that. But long time no talk to, huh? It's been hard for me to think about the Cowboys. It's hard for me to process things right now because I don't like what's going on. I did make a video last week, but I never uploaded it because it didn't seem real to me because I was being very positive, and because I'm very positive on a player level. I really like all aspects of our football team as far as what we put out there on the field. But my issues from coaching above, they're real, and they can't. And watching these playoffs and watching what's going on, I can't stop. You know how it is when we're out of the playoffs and we watch the playoffs. All questions go on about the Cowboys. The Cowboys. Everything goes back to the Cowboys. So I want to go and tell you what is really in my mind. Might be a little long video because I got a lot of notes here, but I just want to tell you what my struggle is, and I want to see if you are in similar areas. Now, the positive thing, the one positive thing we can say is if we didn't have that Ezekiel Elliott suspension, we'd be in the mix right now. We would have been in the playoffs. We'd be in that crew that was fighting for it or whatnot. Who knows where we would be, blah, blah, blah. So we know that. We know that. So, and that's what the front office is banking on, that that. But there's another side of that bothers me, and it seems like everything in these playoffs are attacking arguments that our fan base has against things that happen on the field and happen with the players and things of that sort. So the first one that is just like killed is the Dak is garbage crowd, which got on my nerves most. It caused me to go crazy during my live streams or whatever. Dak is garbage, blah, blah, we can never win with Dak, blah, 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 blah. We have conference championship games with Blake Bortles, Case Keenum, and Nick Foles. Not only are they there, all three beat elite quarterbacks. Former MVP Matt Ryan, former Super Bowl winning quarterback Ben Roethlisberger and Drew Brees that played good games. Ben was throwing some crazy passes, and Drew Brees played almost perfectly. Still wasn't enough, because this is the ultimate team game. You have to be put together correctly, you have to be coached correctly, and that gives you the best chance to win. So the Dak isn't good enough. That whole thing is exposed to being either butthurt Romo fans, which I still don't understand why they hate Dak so much. I don't get that. Or people who simply give quarterbacks too much credit and too much blame. It's a team game. It's a team game. So moving forward, don't ask me about Dak. I'm as good with Dak as I was with Romo. I thought we could win it all if everything was right with Romo. I think we can win it all if everything is with Dak. So no problem with that. And actually, not on him, no one. Don't talk to me about any player, because I have so many issues above that I'm clouded. I believe in all those guys, and I don't take their negatives as far as them. I take negatives as far as they're not being put in the right position. Now, to back that up, no. Let's go to the second excuse. The big one is the injuries. Is that, we had the injuries and suspension, because I said it right there. I said it myself, and that's what the organization, wow, it was loud. That's what the organization is banking on us. Like, if we didn't have the injuries and the suspension, we'd be in the playoffs. So next year, as long as we can be, healthy and don't have any suspensions, we'll be there. I made a video earlier this season. I talked about two teams. I talked about the Vikings and the Eagles when we were going through a lot of our injuries, and talked about their injuries. The Vikings had lost Bradford, and then they lost Dalvin Cook, who was having an incredible start to his rookie season. Probably would have been the rookie of the year. So don't forget about, they're going to get that guy back next year. And they overcome those injuries. Same things with the Eagles. The Eagles lost their prize free agent cornerback, got him back now. They lost Hicks. Hicks was gone for the season. They're probably their best linebacker. And then they lost that left tackle. They lost Sproles. So the Eagles were just like hit with injuries like crazy. but they figured out how to overcome. And let me tell you what I got when I said that about the Eagles, about them losing their left tackle and us losing Tyron. Oh, Jason Peters can't hold Tyron's jock strap. Jason Peters is nowhere near as good as Tyron. I think Tyron is better. I do. But I don't care if he's twice as good as a 9-time Pro Bowl left tackle, 3-time All-Pro left tackle. If he's twice as good as this guy, it really doesn't matter, because you remove both elements from the offense. It's about what you replace them with and how you game plan with that new guy in your offense. The Eagles replaced them with someone that could get the job done, and they game plan it to where they could win. We replaced them with you, and we got our quarterback literally murdered versus the Atlanta Falcons with 9 sacks. That is the difference. And that is where my problems come. You have a team that was delivered the same blow. Maybe the player isn't as good, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. But they would deliver the same blow to the same position, a vital position on your football team. They managed to survive. We got murdered. So you can logically say that injuries and stuff ruined our season, like I said at the beginning of this. But that leaves us in the same spot we were in the entire career of Tony Romo, when we knew if all the cards fell perfectly, we could win a Super Bowl. And that era died waiting for those cards to fall. Now this era seems to be doing the same thing, waiting for lightning to strike so we can win it all. Now, the future is really what's screwing my head. Watching these games, I'll be watching it live, watching these games this weekend. The futures was really messing with me, because I saw how both of these teams were built, and it indicates a hell of a front offices on both ends. With the Vikings, I was telling wifey after every draft, they were like killing it with the draft. I was like, babe, y'all got this, y'all got that. And by the way, she lost her mind. She wouldn't let me stream, but she lost her mind during that game. I wish you could have saw the whole reaction of me and her when Diggs made that catch. I will be streaming this weekend. She won't stop me. I'm gonna have the cameras going. But not only did they draft well, they allowed their players to compete. Here's an example. 2016, they drafted in the first round, number 23 pick, Laquan Treadwell. Treadwell had fell in the draft, and all the experts said he should have been gone. So Vikings got A's for getting Treadwell. Oh, they got an A for getting Treadwell. That Vikings got a steal of the draft. But a year earlier, they drafted a 5th round pick, Stephon Diggs. They let them compete, and Diggs kicked Treadwell behind in camp. So Diggs got the looks, Diggs got the catches, Diggs is the star in Minnesota, and Treadwell is treated how he performed on the football field. That would never have happened in Dallas. We spent a 1st round on Treadwell. We've got to force him. We got to design plays for him. We got to get him involved. We got to do all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And forget that we're playing a game against the other team. So Minnesota seems like they're being coached well, the front office as well. And then Philadelphia is even worse. The Philadelphia Eagles imploded twice. They've imploded twice. Andy Reid, get out of here. Let's bring Chip Kelly in with this new offense, blah, blah, blah. Get out of here, D-Jax. Get out of here, Shady. Get out of here, you too, Macklin. All the Andy Reid people, get out. Change the entire roster. Ooh, we don't like this. Chip Kelly's an idiot. Chip Kelly, get out. Get all your contracts with Maxwell. Get all your stupid contracts with DeMarco Murray. Get out, blah, blah. Let's fix it again. And then, this is very important, very important. Everybody is talking about the Jalen Ramsey versus Zeke. Well, should we got Jalen? Should we got Zeke? Blah, blah, blah. To me, that is cut and dry. If you have a front 7 on defense, you get that corner and you become elite. If you have an offensive line on offense, you get that running back and you become elite. And both teams did that. So both teams made the perfect call for them. If they made a different one, it might not been as good as it is right now, whatnot, especially with Jacksonville. Ramsey is playing that Seattle defense like Richard Sherman with a whole lot more skills than Richard Sherman. So, he's killing it over there. But the thing no one is talking about is the Zeke versus Wentz. Wentz scared me in the draft. If you saw the Wentz things before the draft and how he was doing plays and how his memory was and all that kind of stuff, he would have scared you. They allowed the Philadelphia Eagles to jump us and get Wentz and left us with a running back. I'm sorry, franchise quarterback outweighs running back, cornerback, blah, 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 and blah, whatever. They allow a division rival to do that. And now the Philadelphia Eagles, who have a good front office, who appears to be being coached correctly because they still are playing, and then they'll get that Carson Wentz guy back, that franchise quarterback. To win, even when the team starts dwindling, when they start having to pay Wentz, then Wentz will be their Aaron Rodgers, so he'll be able to support more back at that point. So we're in real trouble inside our division because we got out front officed. I said about Clemson, 2 years ago about Alabama, and again this year we got out programmed about Alabama. Alabama is a great program. And I don't care what you say if you saw this year. It's just a great program. We get out-programmed. And I don't know how you stop that because the guys that are making these decisions, they're not going to look at themselves as fault. All right, I'll be live for the games this weekend, and I'll see you then. I'm heading to the gym. Holla at you. Peace.